Hi friends, I'm Sapna Agarwal, Creative Director at Ansa Interiors, and today we are at Zaina with Ritesh ji. And he's the principal designer and owner here. And we have so much to ask him after the walk and talk that we did the last tour. इतने सारे क्वेश्चंस है पूछने के लिए जो आज हम सारे पूछने वाले हैं. Welcome to our show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And before we start with our conversation, I want to thank you. Thank you so much for not only supporting us in our business by facilitating the orders, but by teaching us so much. Every interaction I remember on the table with you or with Ankushi has been so much to learn from.
Engrossing.
Detailing. There's so much of detailing. There's so much of efforts that you put in, and I mean it's so much to learn. So thank you very much.
It's both ways because when it comes to fabric, I think you're an encyclopedia of fabrics. तो
Thank you.
बहुत कुछ सीखने को भी मिलता है and somehow, as I said, कि any day which is well laughed and well learned is a day well lived.
Absolutely, I totally endorse that.
दोनों को सीखने को मिलता है काफी कुछ. So I'll start with my questions. Why Zaina and why restrict to soft furnishings? Why is it not a one-stop solution for everything from mattresses to there is so much to offer. Why have you restricted only to soft furnishings? It will become easier for us actually.
Great. So I'll answer this question in two parts. Number one, why Zaina? So Zaina is a company that specializes in curtains. We also do a lot of fabrics. We do wallpapers also, but we specialize. We master the art of curtains. Now, when you go for curtains to any store, when somebody would go, they would basically either go to a high street shop. हाई स्ट्रीट की दुकान पे क्या होता है, दुकान बड़ी होती है, कपड़े बहुत सारे होते हैं, प्राइस भी ठीक होते हैं, बट डिजाइन डायरेक्शन नहीं मिलती.
करेक्ट.
राइट. तो यू आर स्ट्रगलिंग, आप लड़ रहे होते हो कि हमें पिंक, हमें लाइलैक और पर्पल में फर्क दे दो, हमें सेज ग्रीन चाहिए, हमें ग्रीन नहीं चाहिए. देयर इज सो मेनी थिंग्स दैट कीप ऑन हैपनिंग.
देयर इज नोबडी हु इज गाइडिंग यू थ्रू.
देयर इज नोबडी हु इज गाइडिंग. वो खाली कपड़े होते हैं, बुक्स होते हैं, 50 ब्रांड्स के बुक्स रखे होते हैं.
करेक्ट.
और चलो वहां पे आपका मन नहीं भरा तो देन यू विल गो टू अ डिजाइनर. अब डिजाइनर क्या करते हैं, उनके पास अपने फैब्रिक्स नहीं होते, वो फैब्रिक्स हमारे जैसे स्टोर से लेते हैं, या फिर वो उनके पास अपनी फैक्ट्री नहीं होती स्टिचिंग की. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ ऑल दैट डिजाइन डायरेक्शन मिल जाती है, बट द प्राइसेस गो लाइक crazy high. It become, I mean, very few people can afford that.
Now exorbitant.
At Zaina what we have done is we have beautifully married the two concepts. हमने actually design का romance alive रखा है.
Okay.
But we have married it to commercial pricing.
Okay.
So because of that, it really helps the fraternity, the designers who come to us, to kind of make it very easy. They get their palettes of design, they get their palettes of colors, they get the specialization and the nuances. जो मुश्किलें होती है वो सारी आराम से देख के वो बहुत आराम से सेटल हो जाती हैं.
I totally agree because on a lot of our projects we have been sending you 3Ds and we have been telling you कि आप इसका mood board ready करके रखिए and only then we'll come. Because it becomes easier for us also if there is somebody who's guiding on the design part, knows the fabric well, knows the fall, knows the marchdale, somebody who's technically very sound, where this fabric can be used, where it cannot be used. Somebody is not misguiding is something, absolutely commendable about your company.
So again, that's why that's what Zaina is all about. Specialization and making sure that when it's a window, it is very well done. And why your second question is that why don't we keep everything? Because we don't want to be jack of all. हम एक टिपिकल दुकान नहीं है जहाँ पे आप आए और आपने खाली सामान रखा. हम एक स्पेशलाइज्ड डिजाइन सेंटर है विद कमर्शियल प्राइसेस. तो जो चीज कर रहे हैं वो इतनी परफेक्ट करेंगे कि इस बिल्कुल दिल से और शिद्दत से कि इससे बेहतर आई डोंट थिंक एनीबडी कैन डू इट अराउंड.
No, I totally agree. I've worked with you on so many projects, and I think the kind of dressings that you do for windows are just amazing. जान आ जाती है पूरे project में literally.
Thank you.
And when it comes to curtains, I've seen that you innovate a lot of design. There is a lot of embroidery, a lot of embellishments that I've seen, even in the belts, the falls, everything. So, who is the thought behind it?
So principally, I take care of design. I have done my study at NID, where I did visual merchandising, and from there the thought process of design, and design is something which is inbuilt. You can't just kind of
If you can't
उसके
just
ऊपर अब
teach, you
अगर
just
फर्मा है डिजाइन का तो है, अगर नहीं है तो नहीं
नहीं
है.
है.
सो
True
वो
that.
फर्मा 50 है. एंड so that's why the company is riding on design. And हमारा एथो ये है कि जरूरी नहीं है कि बहुत महंगी चीज ही सुंदर हो सकती है, डिटेल्ड वाली चीज भी होनी चाहिए. सो
Correct. I
we
think
can pick up a fabric which is not very expensive and edge it up with a little detailing which need not be over the top. जरूरी
still
नहीं है कि
make
वो
it look very
and still make
pretty.
it look like a statement piece.
Yeah, yeah, totally agreed. Because I think the design lies in the detail. It's not.
Absolutely.
It's actually the details which make the design.
True that.
It's not necessary that you have to have something very expensive to make the whole thing look expensive. That I totally agree on. But when it comes to your company, what is the USP that you offer to the clients? And say if a client walks into your store, because you generally don't have a walk-in or something, I've generally seen that you do a lot of hard work in preparing all the mood boards. uh, I just wanted to understand that what is it that you offer so special to the clients कि वो आपसे हिलते ही नहीं है.
So number one is passion and love.
Yeah.
For us, it's not just the volume. So the training or the experience that we have amongst us in our team, एक तो team is very very well trained. They're a very passionate team. ऐसा कोई भी हमारी कंपनी के अंदर नहीं है जो एक एम्प्लॉय है. Practically everyone who is working is an owner in the company.
Correct. I've worked
हमारा
with your people and I think they have equal ownership to the company.
absolutely.
Yeah.
इतना प्यार और इतना it's they love the they love the subject. Then going forward, it's about making sure हमारा एथो क्या है कि कोई जैसे we do a lot of hotel projects.
That I know.
वहाँ 300 कमरों के पर्दे लग रहे हैं. हमारा उतना ही पैशन उन कमरों के लिए जाता है कि अगर कोई एक सिंगल अपार्टमेंट की सिंगल विंडो लेके 10,000 या 5,000 के पर्दे बनाने के लिए भी आता है. बिकॉज माई थॉट प्रोसेस इज कि जब वो अपनी खिड़की खोलता है, सुबह उठता है, तो ही इज लुकिंग एट योर प्रोडक्ट.
Correct.
It has to be perfect. It's not about the money. It's not about the volume. It's about the perfection and the passion. Money and volume follow
Follows,
automatically. I
obviously.
think you would know that.
Oh,
अगर
yes.
आप काम अच्छा करते हो तो मतलब वो खुशबू इतनी हो जाती है कि लोग अपने आप सूंघ के आते हैं.
Totally agreed. And when it comes to fabric, what do you guide our clients? What is it that they should select? I mean, when it comes to windows which are sun facing, what are the kind of fabrics do you want them? Do you think you recommend to select?
Oh yes, of course. Because of our specialization in this line, we will guide you step by step. There are some fabrics which fabrics make a lot of difference.
Yeah.
क्योंकि क्या होता है, एक कमरे के अंदर खिड़की बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करती है. इट्स अ वेरी लार्ज एरिया एंड आजकल और बड़ी बड़ी खिड़कियां आ गई हैं. सो इफ इट्स नॉट प्लेड वेल, it can spoil the entire ambience of the room.
Agreed.
तो अगर आपके कमरे की हाइट छोटी है तो हम सजेस्ट करेंगे स्ट्राइप्स ले लीजिए, उससे विजुअली बड़ा
Length
लगता है.
बड़ी हो जाती है.
अगर खिड़की छोटी है, कमरा बड़ा है, तो वी विल आस्क यू टू टेक समथिंग ड्रामेटिक टू मेक इट लुक लिटिल मोर एक्सप्रेसिव.
Standing. So when it comes to fabrics, आप बहुत सारी कंट्री से इंपोर्ट करते हैं. इनफैक्ट आप इंडिया से भी काफी फैब्रिक्स लेते हैं. How do you manage such big inventory and what all are you into? मतलब completely आप क्या क्या ऑफर क्या क्या करते हैं?
Okay, that's very interesting because हमारे ना 4 डिपार्टमेंट्स हैं. So one department takes care of about 150 showrooms that we sell to
Okay.
all over India.
Okay.
So तभी स्ट्रेंथ आती है ना, तभी हम इंपोर्ट कर सकते हैं, तभी अपने फैब्रिक्स एडिट कर सकते हैं जो हम पूरी इंडिया के अलग अलग जगहों से खरीदते हैं.
But when it comes to editing, what do you really do?
So when it comes to editing, let's say there is a particular book which has got 70 colors. Now we know our clients will not like all those 70 colors, and that's why there is a design direction that goes, क्योंकि एक किताब में इतने सारे कलर्स होते हैं और वो कई अच्छे नहीं होते जो हमारे पैलेट्स के साथ चलते हैं.
So you kind of segregate,
Yes.
combine, make your own book.
Absolutely, we'll pick up some fabric from somewhere, we'll create some embroidery on that, we'll create something else, we may pick up a embroidered fabric from somewhere, and then
just-
we'll edit a book.
yeah,
So it becomes very easy for a client to
client
choose.
to actually choose. Correct.
And this goes to about 150 showrooms all across. All the good stores all in the country are buying from us.
Okay.
So एक तो ये वाला part हुआ. The second comes to hospitality. Hotels हो गए, offices हो गए, बहुत सारे 5-star hotels हैं जिनका हम काम करते हैं. I'll not name out here, but बहुत सारे उनके guest bedrooms हैं, उनके lobbies हैं, उनके formal areas हैं, restaurants हैं. There are so many projects which are going on. Thanks to God for that. And then we do houses. So we've done with you hotels also,
Yes, we
furnishing the hotels.
yeah.
We've done with you houses
And
also.
with very crazy timelines. I
Yeah.
mean, I still remember last जो हमने होटल किया था इनॉग्रेशन में आई थिंक 4 days रह गए थे जब आपके पास फाइनल ऑर्डर गया था 2 दिन में कार्पेटिंग हुई इट वाज अमेजिंग
Yeah, imagine all the curtains were every room had a different size.
Yeah,
So our teams are very well equipped for that. So while we are balancing hotels, hospitality, residences, and wholesale, and then we have stores in Kolkata, we have stores in Guwahati, we have a store in Colombo. They're all our franchise outlets. So इससे स्ट्रेंथ इतनी आ जाती है कि हम बहुत आराम से
आप फैब्रिक इंपोर्ट कर
फैब्रिक को
सकते हैं
इंपोर्ट कर सकते हैं. अगर हम सिंगल एंटिटी शोरूम होते तो फिर बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता इतनी स्ट्रेंथ देना आपको.
correct but when it comes to artisans the artisans that you've been working with I mean I see a lot of things like embellishment Swarovski का बड़ा काम करते हैं embroidery बड़ी करते हैं then I also see some fancy belts that I saw last time बड़ी interesting belts थी आपकी curtain के tie bags थे very interesting so in a way I would say it's nice because I see somebody working for the artisans also you know एटलीस्ट उनको एक मौका मिलता है काम करने का उनको एक कला दिखाने का हुनर दिखाने का काम जगह मिलती है बिकॉज ऑफ लेट अभी आई वेंट टू जयपुर एंड मैं एक मतलब आई वाज फॉर्चुनेट मैं एक विलेज में गई थी देयर आर सो मेनी आर्ट्स व्हिच आर डाइंग नाउ
Of course,
so many arts
it's painful.
it's very painful to see that people who know such beautiful work and there is a market to it it's just that right now there is no bridge between the two so it's in a way it's actually very good to the society also when you bring up these people give work to them so that they can enter their work at least can enter into the high end residences and hotels so I think it's a very beautiful work that you do.
Thank you. And I feel, it's a responsibility. And I will not just say it's like a CSR. No, it is not. It's a commercial venture. इसमें हमारा भी फायदा है because we definitely get good profitability from the products. But if every company can support one art form,
Oh yes.
there are close to, let's say, 5,000 good companies that are helping the design and build industry in the country. और अगर हर एक कंपनी एक आर्ट फॉर्म या एक ग्रुप ऑफ आर्टिस्ट्स को हेल्प करना शुरू
Totally agree.
हेल्प छोड़ो उनका प्रोडक्ट यूज करके अपने बेनिफिट के लिए शुरू कर दे
Totally agree.
दिस विल चेंज द वे द कंट्री इज
Yeah,
लुकिंग.
absolutely agreed because of late I've been working with a few artisans and I've been working with companies who've been working with artisans, getting things designed. I think India has a lot to offer.
Plenty.
Yeah. The amount of, I think the amount of design that India can offer, it will surpass anything internationally.
Absolutely, and I think our design fraternity can help
Yeah.
telling those artisans to integrate. Imagine if you can put two techniques together.
Yeah.
अब वो एक विलेज में है एक विलेज में है पर आपका माइंड तो दोनों विलेज को कनेक्ट कर सकता है ना.
True that.
So if you can connect the two things together and make one particular thing which is even more prettier, it will help them both domestically and
True
internationally.
that. True that.
So
that.
I mean, wherever we get a chance, we would love to get a little bit of art into our curtains, and our clients, also want that because, like I said, कपड़ा तो हर जगह मिलता है.
Yeah.
हर जगह फैब्रिक तो है ही है, बट अगर हम हल्की सी डिटेलिंग डालते हैं, let's say if somebody is doing a traditional interior, we can add a little bit of Jaipur into it. If somebody
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, there are different forms of art that you can incorporate.
Oh, yes.
ऐसा नहीं है, जरूरी नहीं है कि आप सिर्फ एम्ब्रॉयडरी तक रुके, इतना सब कुछ आप ऐड कर सकते हैं. बट जब हम कर्टन्स लगा देते हैं, उसके बाद जनरली आपका और हमारा रोल घर से खत्म हो जाता है या किसी होटल से भी खत्म हो जाता है. Do you think there are some maintenance tips that you like to share जिसकी वजह से उसकी लाइफ, उसकी longevity बढ़ सकती है?
Sure. So, I must say you're asking very interesting questions, very apt to the industry because these are certain vacuums that are there.
Actually, this is something we would never guide to our clients. But if it comes from you directly, I think the clients will learn so much.
Yes. So normally when we finish a project, हम लोग क्या करते हैं एक किताब बना के भेजते हैं क्लाइंट को. उसका नाम है माई होम बुक. We do it for every residence.
Okay.
And therein what we do is we put a picture of how your curtain is. अब जैसे एक कर्टन पीछे लगा हुआ है, अब इसकी एक स्टाइलिंग है जिस हिसाब से पर्दा बना हुआ है. हमारे लोग गए, उन्होंने स्टीम प्रेस करा, उन्होंने सब पर्दा बिल्कुल सेट करके दे दिया.
एक बार तो हो
एक
गया
बार
ना?
तो हो गया. अच्छा,
अगली
आपने
बारी।
अपने हाउस हेल्प को भी समझा दिया कि ये करना है. अब वो कुछ 4-6 महीने के बाद आपके हाउस हेल्प भी चेंज हो गए, आपका भी माइंड शिफ्ट हो गया. अब आपको समझ नहीं आ रहा है इसको वापस कैसे लगाएं. सो इन दैट माई होम बुक हम जो फाइनल इमेज होती है वो आपको भेजते हैं कि ये ड्रेसिंग का स्टाइल है. आप 8 महीने के बाद, साल के बाद भी उसको रेफर करके यू कैन ड्रेस योर कर्टन लाइक
That's
दैट.
amazing.
So this is for the dressing part of it. In maintenance, we always feel that curtains, even if they are washable, they are better dry clean. I would say वो आप प्लीज 1,000 रुपए मत बचाओ.
I totally
चाहे
agree.
पॉलिएस्टर ले लो, बट आप वो 1,000 रुपए लगा के अपने 20,000 के पर्दों की जान 4 साल और बढ़ा जाते हो.
True.
So one important tip is please do not wash your curtains. Try and dry clean them. After you do that, please call us back. We will again send somebody to steam iron the
Oh,
curtains.
that's amazing.
This is something which we'll do because when the curtains are there, it is our name, it is our flag in your room.
Obviously.
So हमारे लिए बहुत जरूरी है कि वो बहुत खूबसूरत लगे.
That's an amazing service that you offer. In fact, I didn't know about it.
Yep.
How we've been associated for years now. How has been your association with us?
See, I'll not just say because we're on this platform and we are talking. I'll just say something heartfelt. You're actually, pioneers in your industry. Honestly speaking, it's not only in design. It's in every venture that you do. It's in client handling. It's in the precision that you follow up your designs with. It's the strictness that you have towards people like us who are supplying to the orders.
मतलब मैं कई बार ही बोल देती हूँ पंजाबी में हम बड़े डाढ़े हैं ना.
नहीं डाटे 100% बहुत जरूरी होता है बिकॉज
बहुत
जब
strict
आप एक
है,
टेबल पे
बहुत-
बैठते हो एक क्लाइंट के साथ
Yeah, I-
तो आप फिर उस टाइम पे हमारे रिलेशनशिप की हैट नहीं पहनते, आप उस रिलेशनशिप की हैट पहनते हो.
And sometimes I think it's important for all of us to be strict about our work because that's how we improve.
Yes.
That's the only prerogative which we can have to improve.
So I feel what puts you away from the others, which is there are certain things which puts everybody away from the others. आपके लिए मैं बोलूंगा एक तो हार्ड वर्क है, डेडिकेशन है और डिटेलिंग है और साथ में इंटेग्रिटी है. I mean, you will not,
you so much.
you will not let us do anything wrong. Not that we would want to. Yeah, but at times, while you are working together,
Thank you so much.
I mean, the way I've seen your dedication, your honesty, your integrity towards the client, I mean, it is amazing.
Thank
I mean, and there's a lot to learn in that.
Thank you so much. And I think, as I said, it's vice versa. There's a lot to learn from you. The way you handle. I mean, मुझे ऐसा लगता है आप उस विंडो में भी जान डाल के आ जाते हो. हम तो पूरे प्रोजेक्ट को लेके चलते हैं बट आप तो एक विंडो में भी इतनी जान डालते हो कि जैसे उसमें genuinely you can feel a soul in that.
Oh, thank you. And I feel that, we are like the orchestra. So, you're the basic, you're the, what should I say, the Zubin Mehta of the orchestra. हम में से कोई तबला बजा रहा है, कोई हारमोनियम बजा रहा है. We have to sing well, we have to perform well.
Yeah,
But if we don't, then the whole project can go wrong, even by one chord going incorrect.
true that.
But basic design, basic direction, basic timelines, I think come from you. And
I think we just hope that our journey remains the way
absolutely,
it is. And
it's been a pleasure always.
yeah, and we hope we
Super,
do many
super
more
nice.
projects to in future together. And it
Absolutely.
was absolutely a pleasure having you with us today.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thank you, friends. Thank you for being with us today. For any kind of architecture or interior design consultancy, you can contact us on www.answerinteriors.com. Bye.